Hi again. So we'll be solving now the summation of two matrices. So we have two matrix. So of course, to do the summation, we should have they should have the same side, so the same number of rows and the same number of columns. So for that, we'll just read one time the number of rows and number of columns. And in order to do the summation, so each element will be added to the corresponding element in the second matrix. And so for the first part, we will store the values in the new matrix, and in the second part, we will add the matrix B to the matrix A. So for the addition, so here we have A is of index 0, 0. We'll add it again to the index of 0, 0 of the second matrix. And for example, let's pick H here. So H is at index 1, 3. So we'll add it to 1, 3 of this second matrix. So obviously we will be summing both indices. So if I have the first matrix is of index ij, I will add it to the second matrix again of the same index and the same index of ij, and I will store again the value of h and h prime at the same index, which is I and j. So I will be using one of the exercises that we already solved. So and we will update it because we have already wrote 100 and million times the reading of number of rows, the number of columns, and to read a matrix and to display it. So in this we need two matrices. So we have A for the first matrix, B for the second matrix, and let's call it C for the third matrix. So, and we just have one R and C because A and B and C, they all have the same size, and I and J for the counter. So we have read the number of rows, and rows should be in between 0 and size, and the same for columns, it should be between 0 and size. So first I will read the first matrix. So printf reading A. So I'll be reading A. So this here, so I would read A, and then I will print A. Okay, why not? So however, here I'll be reading it as an integer. I'm not using a float. If you want, you can use it as float. And here I will just display it on a 5, let's say, of A, and it's D here. So we have read the matrix A. We need also to repeat the same stuff for a matrix B. So as you can see, the number of rows and columns is the same. So in the input, I have placed the number of 4 for the number of rows and 3 for the number of columns. And then I have the input, so the elements of the first matrix and the second matrix. So let's print and see what on the screen. So we have a semicolon which is missing. So it's here on the printf. So let's run. So C is not used. We have C and we have C. So we cannot use C because we already have a variable called C. So let's call it sum of. So it's a matrix that's called sum. So at the end, so we will have this matrix. So 276 minus 865. Okay, it's the same. 30 minus 2 and minus 65. So we have the matrix A and matrix B. And then let's work on the summation. So in order to do summation, I need to loop over I and J. So I will go from 0. So it's the same here. And I should place in, so for each element, so in sum of ij, as we have seen, it will be equal to A of ij plus B of ij. And this is it. I have done all the summation. And then I need to print just the matrix sum. And here I would place sum, because sum also it has the same dimension. So let's see. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, 7 plus 0 equals 7, 6 plus minus 2 equal to 4. Let's pick the last one. Minus 2 and 5 is equal to 3, and yes, this is the summation of the two matrix. So here we have used a third matrix sum. In the second part, we need to add B to A. So the value of B should be added to A. So of course, I will not be using some matrix. And while doing the summation, I will add to A the value of B. So I would place in A the value of A plus the value of B, or we can rewrite it like this, and here we will print A, not the sum. So again, let's execute that. So we should have here the same output. Yes, we have the same output. And this is it for the summation of two matrices. It's not a very difficult exercise, especially if you followed me in the previous ones. And if you have any questions about the summation, about the counters, about anything in this code, so do not hesitate to drop me a message, and I will answer you back, of course. And again, thanks for watching.